Hello everyone. Happy Friday. How are you guys? This is Sanchit from California Bay Area, and today I'll continue with my tutorial where I'll be teaching you guys about the advantage play for don't pass players. So if you guys haven't subscribed so far, I would request please go and subscribe my channel. I also posted two videos yesterday regarding the betting strategy, and I gave a lot of useful information about how to approach the casino with limited bankroll and what are the pros and cons and what are the must do things, right? Uh, this is my crap pit, and as I mentioned in my earlier videos, that whenever I practice, I always make sure that I have laid enough chips on the table so that I can simulate the real environment what you're going to face in the casino at the crap table, right? So that's the first thing which you guys need to do whenever you practice it at home. Always lay the chips. Always lay the chips and then practice. Because then you know what's the real outcome, you know, from the dice set. Whatever dice control thing you guys are talking about, whatever dice set you're talking about. So when you place the chips and then practice, that's the real outcome of the dice. Always make sure that you practice with the chips on the table. Alright, so my strategy is when the point is 4 or 10, I would definitely like to be a don't pass player. Okay? If the point is 4 and 10. If the point is 5, 6, 8, 9, depending upon how my rolls are going, how I'm scoring the point, I might move my base bet to pass line and become a pass line player. Okay? So I adapt according to the situation, according to the point, you know. I'm really flexible about that. I'm not rigid about to be a pass line player where, you know, even if the point is 4 or 10, I'm just trying to score the point, and there are only 3 ways to make 4, 3 ways to make 10, but there are 6 ways to make 7, right? So it's really difficult to score the point when the point is 10 or 4, and most likely you're gonna shoot a 7 before you even score the point, right? So if the point is 4 or 10, I would definitely like to be a don't pass player. I would try to maximize uh, with my odds, okay, and also might lay some money as lay bet and pay a wick on top of that, right? That's my strategy. You can see my first two videos which I posted yesterday, and there you can see what I'm talking about, right? So in this tutorial, I would specifically talk about what dice set you should use to restrict certain numbers, okay? So I have come up with a dice set which is basically 3, 5, 2, 3. Okay. So if you can see here, 3, 5, 2, 3. This is a dice set I am using if the point is 10. You can see it has 7 inside, 1 and 6, 7 outside, 6 and 1, right? I've been practicing with this dice set, and I've already shooted almost 50 rolls from this dice set, 3, 5, 2, 3, and I roll almost 25% sevens and only 5% 10. So this is a very good dice set 3523, okay, to restrict number 10 if you're a don't pass player. Alright? So in this tutorial I'll just show you how you can score a 7 and not score 10 at all, right? So let's say your base bet was $10 and the maximum which you can go on this table was 6 times of your base bet, so $60, okay? $60. And if you want to be generous, if you want to take more risk, what you can do is you can lay $50 or $100. Okay, if you lay $50, you have to pay $1 to the casino as a VIC because you're buying this bet. Okay, or you can go $100, then you have to pay $2 VIC for $100. Okay. So what's going to happen, because you're playing don't pass, you'll get even money for your base bet, $30 for your odds, 60 will give you half of 60 is 30, right? And half of 100 is 50. And if you have $50 here, then you get 25. Okay? So let's see how it goes. Okay? These green chips are $25, red chips are $5, and these white chips are green dollars. These white chips are $1. Okay, so let's say the point was 10. Okay, I'll use the die set which I just showed you, 2, 3. 3, 5, 2, 3, okay? 3, 5, 2, 3. And let's see if we hit 7 before we hit 10. And how many times we do it. We'll try this throw at least 20 times and then we'll document our rolls. We'll also see what hot numbers we are shooting with this die set. So that will help us out at that moment when we will be a pass line player. Okay? So if with this die set we are shooting a lot of 5s and 6 or 8s, right? So if the puck is on 5, 6 or 8, we can use the same die set to hit that number first, right? So that's called advanced shooting. Alright? Let's begin. So the die set which I am using is 3, 5, 2, 3. Yo 11. 6 and 5, yo 11. Nothing happened to us. The pass line players, whoever must have had their bet on the field, they got paid there. So I'm just indicating how many people are getting paid. Okay? And let's assume there was $10. This gentleman here, he had $10 here, and he had this iron cross strategy, okay, laid on the pass line. So how much he will win and how much I will win, okay? Three, 5, 2, 3, guys. Nine. 3 and 6, 9. Okay? Field gets paid. Oops. Yeah, we can just do this. Field 9. Okay. 10. We scored the point. 10. Alright? And that was a bad throw. This guy gets paid and we lose our money. So we lost $50, $60, $70. Okay? Let's do it. Back again. The same drill. Let's say the point was 10, 50, 60. Since we are practicing, so it's okay. Because we are also determining which is the best dice set to avoid certain numbers, since we are don't pass players, right? So we have to come up with certain dice sets where we are able to restrict certain numbers, right? So let's start the drill again. 3, 5, 2, 3. Five. 4 and 1, 5. Seven. See, this is what I was talking about, guys. 2 and 5, 7. Okay? We got paid. We made just $40 in our second row. So, since we are documenting our rolls, okay? So we know that with this die set, we lost the first time, but we won the second time, okay? So, out of 5 times, let's see if this is 10 and this is 7, okay? So each one of them got 1 point, right? So we'll see out of 5 times who gets the maximum point, 10 or 7 with this die set. 3, 5, 2, 3. Seven, the first row. We won again. 6 and 1, 7. What was what? I forgot. Let's say this was 10, this was 7. So 2, 1. Okay, we won again. 2, 3, 3, 5, 2, 3. Hard 8. 4 and 4. Hard 8. Three, 1 and 2, 3. Also, whenever you go to the casino, always try to wear comfortable clothing, right? Like, wear a t-shirt, you don't have to wear a shirt. Wear a t-shirt so that, your hand movement is not restricted. Do not wear super tight clothes, right? Be comfortable. Wear your Jordans or, good sneakers. Be comfortable. You might have to stay there for a couple of hours so you don't get tired. Take adequate breaks, okay? Always take break so that you're always fresh. And what I do at times, I carry a small hand towel because there's a lot of time your hands get sweaty, right? Your hands get sweaty depending upon the atmosphere there inside the casino, the environment, right? Maybe you get nervous, so your hands get sweaty. So whenever you get whenever you get a chance to roll, always make sure you wipe your hands so your hands are not slippery. Okay. No throw, no throw. Let's assume that the dice got out of the table. So the pit boss will check the dice, and you can ask for the same die. 3, 5, 2, 3. Ten. Back again. 6 and 4, 10. So we lost this money again. Alright. So it's 2 all. And as I said, guys, this is the set which I started using since morning today. And before starting this session, I just practiced over 50 rolls from this set. It was doing pretty good, but that's how you practice and you know your sets. You have to know your sets. That's the whole idea. Know your sets. If with this dice set I'm hitting a lot of 10s and not that many 7s, I will not use this dice set again as a don't pass player when the point will be 10. I'll try to find another dice set. So that's the whole drill we are going through here with. Finding the correct dice set. 6. Easy 6. 5 and 1. Seven. 2 and 5, 7. So the score is 3-2. Six. 1 and 5, 6. You saw that my right die hit the chip there. And this is what I'm talking about. When you will be in the casino, your outcome will be changed based on how you're throwing. Now you cannot ask the players all the time that whether can you remove your chips or whether can you move your chips, those kind of things, right? You cannot do at the casino. So you have to practice with the chips on the table so that you know where you have to land the dice every time and what will be the exact outcome or approximate outcome, right? Both, there can be any probability, but with dice control and with precision shooting, you can definitely know your hot numbers, right? By the way, the distance from where I'm shooting to the wall is almost 8.5 feet, 8.5 to 9 feet. So I'm a stick left. I shoot from stick left position 1 or 2. So with this position, I'm able to, keep the distance, the actual distance where I will be shooting from, in the casino. And also, I just want to tell you guys, which I already told in my last video. If let's say 3 and 5, 2, 3 was the best set to avoid 10, but this set, if it's working from stick left position, it might not work from stick right position. So your dice set will be always different depending upon your position as well. Okay, so stick left position dice sets will usually not work from stick right dice sets. Okay, So you have to know all these things whenever go to the casino and start playing, because your dice sets change based on your positions. Okay, always remember that. And this I realized in my last trip to Lake Tahoe. 6 and 4, 10. So we lost again. So the score is 3-3. Okay. So in my last trip to Lake Tahoe, I didn't get a chance to play from stick left position, and I was playing from my stick right position. And I will tell you that the dice sets were not working according to what I practiced at home or something, because the position was different, the hand movement was slightly different. The hand movement becomes like this. This gives little more spin to the dice than stick left position, right? Because here generally you have a lot better control. This will have more spin. Okay, so you have to know your dice sets. Okay, with this dice set, the score is 3 each. 3, 5, 2, 3. Snake eyes, 2. $32 juice rolls, 5. 2 and 3, 5. $10. 6 and 4, 10. This dice set is definitely not to restrict 10. Maybe it's a good set to restrict 4. We haven't seen any 4 in my last 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. In my last 15 rolls, I haven't seen any 4. Three. 1 and 2, 3. $10. Back again. 6 and 4. Roll of 6 and 4 with this set. This is definitely not. This is not a good set to restrict this number, because we hit 5 times number 10, and there are only 3 ways to make 10 and 6 ways to make 7. And with this dice set, we were hitting more 10s than 3s, than 7, right? But we didn't hit any 4. No 4 with this dice set. So in this video only, I will try to continue with this strategy. Let's see if the puck was on 4, and with the same dice set, let's see the competition now between is 4 and 7. Okay? Three, 5, 2, 3. 7. 2 and 5, 7. Okay? 1, 0. 3, 5, 2, 3. Yo 11. Snake eyes. 2. Seven. 5 and 2, 7. Eight. Easy 8. 5 and 3. Boxcars. 12. Ten. Guys, with this dice set we again hit 10. So this dice is definitely not for 10. Six. Seven. 6 and 1, 7. One thing I've seen when you're a don't pass player, right? The chips on the table are your best friend, because most most of the time when you're a pass line player, you see that, oh, it hit the chip, the die hit the chip. That's what happens all the time when people say, right, oh, the die hit the chip, and that's why it's 7, right? But when you're a don't pass player, even if the die hit the chip, the result would be a 7 most of the time, right? So it's in so the roll gets in your favor. Boxcars. 12. Five. 4 and 1, 5. Guys, this is a pretty good set to avoid 4, definitely, because I think I've already thrown over 25 throws and no 4 with this set. And this is what I was talking about when I say that certain dice sets you can restrict certain numbers, certain points, and you can easily become an advantage player by using this technique. This is really helpful, guys. Let's say I had $500 in my pocket and I just want to go crazy over with this bet. Let's say I have plenty of money, okay? Let's assume that. And I know this dice set works. Let's just assume that this dice set works. 3, 5, 2, 3. Okay? Let's say this dice set works when I'm shooting from stick left. I have good bankroll, and the point is 4. The base bet, the minimum is 10, so the maximum is 6 times. If I can go in this table was 60, but I still want to utilize the maximum from my roll, because I know that if I roll a 7, then I will lose I won't be the shooter. The dice will be passed to the next shooter, right? So I want to maximize my money from this bet. So what I'm going to do, right? I can put $500 lay. Let's see if we win or if we lose this time. Okay? So $500, probably might have to pay $10 as a wick. Okay? So I have $500 here. The dice set is 3, 5, 2, 3, and the point is 4, and we want a 7. Six. 1 and 5, 6. Easy 6. Seven, you got it. 3 and 4. 7. Look at how much money we made here. So we'll get $30 for our first odds, $10 for the base bet, and $250 here. From my 500, I want 250. Now this time, I'm ready to leave the table or take a break. Okay? Let's, so it's 4-0. Okay? Same dice set. 2, 3, sorry. 3, 5, 2, 3. Let's assume the same scenario again. The point was 4. I've laid $300 and I've given probably $6 for this wick, okay? 3, 5, 2, 3. Let's see this time if we win or not. We want a 7. Yo 11. 6 and 5. Yo 11. Snake eyes. 2. Seven. 2 and 5. 7. This is what I was talking to you guys. $30 here, so 40 from this setup there, and then $150 for my lay, right? So guys, dice control really works. You guys have seen that, and this is another way where you can, if you're not able to shoot a lot of points that day, and you wanna, and the shooters at the table, and even yourself that day, shooting or rolling a lot of 7, then this is a good way to play and win some money that day. Okay? Know your dice sets. You have to know your dice set. There are dice sets where there are certain dice sets which will help you to avoid certain point numbers. You know, I thought like 3, 5, 2, 3 is good dice set to avoid number 10, right? But I hit so many 10s. But I think out of my 35 rolls, last 35 rolls that you guys have seen, I haven't hit a single 4 with this dice set. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to document this dice set. 3, 5, 2, 3, right? And whenever the point is 4 and I'm playing don't pass that day, I will use this set to get 7 first before I roll a 7. Because what happens with all 7 set, 4, 2, 3, 5 or all 7 set, you definitely roll 7, but that set also generates a lot of random numbers as well. So that is not a good set to restrict a point. That's what I've observed. Okay, that is not a good set to restrict a point. That is a very good set for come out rolls. Or even if you're a pass line player and you have adjusted your distance from the wall, the height where from which you're throwing the dice, those kind of things, the speed at which the dice is traveling. If you have adjusted the speed, distance and height, and you're throwing the dice with all 7 set and 7 is not coming, sometimes all 7 sets can be used by pass line players. CK and Mark, they have already shown you that, right? So for me, for today, we just saw that I had over 35 rolls and didn't hit any 4 with this set. 3, 5, 2, 3. Like this, I will be practicing more. I'll be coming up with new dice sets to avoid 10, 9 and 5. At least these 4 points out of 6, you know, if you're able to restrict, you can be a successful don't pass player as well, right? And these are some strategies which you should alter whenever you go to the table. You have to be flexible, okay? You have to use your brain. You don't have to be just a pass line player or a don't pass player. You have to shuffle. You have to know the game. You have to know the players. You have to see. You have to observe how they're shooting. All right. So this is for today, and I will be posting another video tomorrow where I'll try to restrict either one of the numbers. You know, and please subscribe to my channel, and also I would like to, you know, see your comments, see your feedback. If you have a certain dice set which you throw and you know that certain numbers don't come with that dice set, please do share your views on that. Alright? Take care. Have a good weekend, guys.